This is for Neon right here. Did you give her, the girl, hers?
He's good now, right?
I told you to put that over there for her. Amar, did you give him a spoon to eat over here and a fork? I told you to get this stuff over here. I said give him a spoon and a thing. A spoon. Amar, you didn't put him a napkin and give him a piece of cornbread over there? Okay. Help me out now. Moving slow. Just take one, but you got to give them a napkin first, Amar, so they can put, it's a napkin right here. Amar, do what I tell you and we good. Do what I tell you, we good.
2 years on there.
Bruh.
Dying for the right cause is the most human thing we can do.
Right?
Welcome, my friends. My name is Antoine Phoenix, and this is my RP experience. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for being here for another one of my videos. Today's video is going to be about, do women secretly like being dominated by their men?
Go make me a sandwich, bitch.
Okay. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good girl.
Thanks.
I'm not even gonna lie, I am high-key like this. It's a bit embarrassing to admit though. But anyway, just don't tell anyone, okay?
Or the person that they are in a relationship. Now, that first clip that I used, I am aware that is a skit. But for that woman to do that skit, she had to definitely, unless the guy paid her a lot of money, I don't know. In order for her to playfully get smacked in the face and be told to make a sandwich, knowing that other people are going to see that video and either prejudge her or either make some young men think, hey, that's how you should treat women, that type of stuff right there, she has to hold him on high esteem. She must really adore him. He's probably her first choice. And I'm assuming that they are in a relationship. And she probably just lets him dominate her. Look, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what they into, if that's what they both accept. But you can't have it both ways here now. Whereas a man could treat a woman like this, and she supposed to take it, and yet not have no backlash for it. Because if I'm going to call out a woman putting up a video that she's being verbally abusive to a man or being overly bossy and embarrassing him, and I feel like that's not right, even though the guy is staying in that situation and he may not see nothing wrong in that situation, which that is their business, but that's bad because you send that overall picture of this is how a relationship should be. This is how you should be in a relationship. And it's funny, a woman that's abrasive like that with her man is usually not going to be in a relationship where the man is abrasive to her. Unless if she wants to be tamed and then she turns into a mouse. But so I'm going to be comparing two different ideals here between the video that I seen with MTR. And if you don't know who MTR is, he is a creator in this space that talks about male and female dynamics. Now, he leans heavily to the male point of view, but he created his fan base off of men that take that hard stance toward women's behavior. Rarely looking at the men's case, unless if they are behaving as simps and so forth. Now, you may be wondering, what does that have to do with LeVar Ball? Hold up. Give me a second here, and I will explain. So, a month or so ago, MTR had retired, and he had went to Thailand on a vacation. In his experience with the women there, I will let him briefly explain.
Being in there reminded me as to why I'm in so much love with this place right now, and it is the niceness of the people, the genuineness of the people. I wish I could have showed you like the behavior of like the waitress, right? Just so comforting, so humble, you know, so present, so feminine. Like she's like this big, tiny little lady, and so like overly accommodating. Shout out to the Thai people. They're just so nice. They're just so nice. They're just so lovely. They always seem to be smiling, right? And I think it has something to do with that pace. Hi, hello. Look at the smiles over there. They're like, what is he doing? He recording himself. But they smiling. And that's the thing, is that although, you know, these are not rich people, they are happy people. They are smile-filled people. Because the niceness of the people is so dope. It's something that definitely deserved a highlight. I wasn't actually going to do any videos down here until I went and I tried to get a haircut yesterday. All right, I want you guys in the comment section, scale of 1 to 10, baby. I'm like, yo, did I get a better haircut in Thailand than I get in Atlanta?
Now, I understand what he mean, because when I was out of the country as well, the energy was just different, particularly when I went to Australia. I am on pace to go out of the country again soon, within the next couple of months, God willing, because I have to visit someone that sent me an invite that I did not take seriously at the time. And plus, I was more focused on the YouTube. But now, I'm going to go see a different side of the world and to see if I am wrong. Now, in MTR's case, he had quite a few men that came at him funny, from Coach Greg Adams to Alpha Male Strategies. Bear in mind, I know you may not know some of these people, and I'm not going to explain who all of them are, but a lot of them criticize him coming back, saying that his experiences of being abroad, living with where the cost of a dollar goes further than it does here, especially in this time of inflation where a lot of people are complaining that they can barely pay their bills. Bear in mind, I am not having that problem, but I do think it's because I'm single. Anyway, I digress. But there was one guy that definitely challenged him, and only because of the way that he did it. This guy called Mr. Let Go. Now, with him, he was on this panel, and he criticized MTR. And there was only one point that I agreed with him. I did not see all of MTR's whole video, so I'm not sure whether he said this or not. But Mr. Let Go was basically saying that, why are you pitting the women down from Atlanta that you can't seem to get and you are having a tough time with, while you are going abroad where you have a clear advantage, and those women are just going for you just because they are either impoverished or either as a status thing, and basically you have no competition, what he was saying. That's not really what really sparked my thing.
So here's the thing, bro. Competition. There's no competition over there. See, ladies, the red pill cornballs aren't angry at y'all. They're actually angry at us. They're angry at the other men that are y'all and them not being able to
Who this nigga think he is? It's like, yo, wait, hold up. Who do you actually believe you are? Who he pretending to be right now? Is this nigga putting on like a Dr. Smooth? This nigga think he's like Morris Chestnut or something? Who the f you think you is? You ain't that guy. He's not that guy, what he's thinking he is. Because first off, which is crazy, for you to say red pill niggas not mad at the women is red pill is not just the dating world, but let's just use the dating sphere. Let's just say the dating sphere, I guess. The dating sphere is not just mad at pookies, which you are not. I don't know why you pretending you are one of them, but they're not just mad at pookies. They're mad at the women, because when the women go get with a pookie and then they have a kid by the pookie, then they try to come back around and talk to that guy. That's when he's mad. He's mad that your ass had the nerve to come back over here and put your earwax infested ear nigga ass in front of me again after you just went over there and got a child. Or he mad because you went over there, slept with every single nigga possible that you found attractive, every nigga possible, and then came back over here when you're 40 to try to see if you could talk to me. But he thinks he's that guy. You're not that guy, pal.
That's literally what it is. All they do.
I always find it funny when dudes that do not either get the red pill or the man space core message, because they always do a broad sweep of hitting Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate, some other people I'm not going to say, but they pick the loud, polarizing people as the face of what this is. And while there are idiots over here, or either I'll say people that is just playing to an audience, because I do notice toxic videos where women are man bashing heavily, or that men are women bashing heavily, and because both are doing it, it's all fair and game. But I notice those videos draw the highest amount of views, because I guess you have a lot of people looking at it pissed off. There are people that agree with it. Of course, there are people arguing in the comment section. I do believe a lot of times that is what blows the video up, because it's the interaction, not just watching the video, but the interaction with the video that gives it or keeps giving it life. So with him saying that, yes, it was annoying, irritating, and of course people are allowed to have their own opinion, but when he was saying, and somewhere in there, he said this to this woman, and the woman responded favorably.
I'll give you the W, right?
I live 2 hours away from you. I'm just.
Mimi, I need you to be quiet and sit down now.
Okay, Dad.
Here we go. Thank you. Hey, I have to give you a round of applause.
There's no such thing as an unruly woman. It's just a woman that doesn't have a man that can control her. That's it.
Hey, wow. Needs to let go one.
Okay.
I did not see this full clip, so this was all I was able to catch. But, of course, it runs under that thing that a woman should be able to be as toxic or as whatever she wants to be, and a man's supposed to come in there and tame her, put her in check. Otherwise, he's not a man, especially in the black community. We say that a lot over here. But I'm pretty sure white women do the same thing when their men start going for Asian women or women that's a lot more easier to get along with. So now I'm going to get to LeVar Ball and how this plays into this thing, because of what he was saying. It seems the only way to date the majority, not all the women, because again, I have to definitely say, not all the women are bad or have issues, but a lot of them are. And a lot of people, men and women, do not hold them accountable because they're allowed to blame everybody else, from their parents, past relationships, everybody else but themselves, or either being misled by some of the women in their life, such as Sprinkle, and so forth. So I came across this clip of LeVar Ball talking to his assistant, new girlfriend, like this.
This is for Neon right here. Did you give her, the girl, hers?
He's good now, right?
I told you to put that over there for her. Amar, did you give him a spoon to eat over here and a fork? I told you to get this stuff over here. I said give him a spoon and a thing. A spoon. Amar, you didn't put him a napkin and give him a piece of cornbread over there? Okay. Help me out now. Moving slow. Wow. Just take one, but you got to give them a napkin first, Amar, so they can put, it's a napkin right here. Amar, do what I tell you and we good. Do what I tell you, we good.
Oh my God.
Goddamn, napkin. There you go. She takes so long to get a napkin. This is all you do, fast. I'm fast on that.
Now, he did say he moved on, and you see, he's like bossing some woman in the background. I don't know if she's a Hispanic or not, but she got a little booty, a little BBL out there, and he's telling her to, hey, listen, do what I say, get this for this guy, fork in the spoon, you're not doing it right, and all of this. Now, this caused women to say this.
And I saw another clip of him talking to his new girl, telling her to bring him a paper towel, and she needed to hurry up and do it, and she needed to do what this, and that she was moving too slow. If he talked to his wife like that for the past 30 years, I would have lifted his ass too, especially after him losing a leg. I see a lot of people in the comments talking about, oh, after all that he did for that family, she up for that. You know what I'm saying? You never know what the woman was going through.
So let me kind of just say this. First of all, guys like from LeVar Ball's generation, which is like, I don't know, he must be like 60. So it's kind of close, 60, 70, something closer to my dad's age. And my grandfather was like very similar to that. Like, what are you doing? What do you got going on? it's not necessarily mean in that generation, but of course, younger women today, well, he couldn't talk to me like that. He couldn't talk to me like that. I mean, whatever. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but your ass hasn't been married at all. So
now I have to admit, a lot of men won't see nothing wrong with this. It'd be like, okay, well, this is holding frame. This is holding masculine frame. Now, personally, me, I don't have to talk to a woman like this unless if she's doing something either destructive to our relationship, or she's trying to put hands on me, or she's talking to me all crazy. Then I'll have to buck and say something to her. But I don't want to get into a full-on heated exchange because, as I say, it gets into the escalating argument. And I already did that, Rolio. And whereas you get conflicting messages from different men, from men saying, don't argue with women, to other men saying, this whole frame and put her in check. But how are you going to put her in check if you don't either say something to her or you get physical? And I don't really want to do either one of those. Now, of course, say something to tell her to chill out, but I should not have to. I'm not saying that a man and woman cannot have a discussion about a disagreement of something that is happening. But with that clip there, that woman was not talking back to, and of course there was a power dynamic right there, but that woman's not talking back to him, and he's just running all over her, and she stays there. Now, this is the thing that makes me wonder, because his wife was there for 30 years, and I'm pretty sure he was talking pretty much like this right here. Don't tell me he was being nice. I'm pretty sure he was being a little bit assertive, dominant, telling her what to do. It has to be done this way. Now, of course, after his amputation, he probably got levels worse, and only assistant was able to handle that particular thing. And then, of course, there's some new evidence that the wife didn't want to leave, and that probably will be a separate video because I have to definitely check the sources. That's just something I came across. Does a man have to be this way in order for a woman to act right? Now, truthfully, I don't think so. I think a healed woman or woman that is crazy about you is going to most of the time be on her best behavior. However, if you can't get the woman to be crazy about you, or it's some type of power dynamic that she's afraid that if you leave, her life will totally collapse, then it seems like you have to be like this with the women. Personally, me, I can't do that particular thing. I know it's men that can do it, like ABBA.
You always ignore when I tell you I don't want to talk to you, and then you just keep reaching out.
Because I'm pregnant and we need to figure this out. I'm pregnant, we need to figure it out.
Pregnant, whatever. I don't care. That's your problem. That's your responsibility now.
And who knows, a host of men that will put a persona when they're online, but then when you see them either recordings or behind closed doors, they are a totally different individual. I am under the impression that there are women that do like this, okay? Just like there's men that like to be dominated by his woman or spanked. That type of stuff right there. So I think there are women like that out there. This is why I can't totally hate on feminism. Of course, though, it made a mess of the dating market. But at the same time, if men were talking to women like this in the past, being slightly physical with them, then, of course, that is why they eventually rebelled. Then they wanted to be independent and have their own money. Okay, because some men, well, okay, I'll say half the men, or most of the men that they pick, the rich and famous men. I do think the regular guys, of course, though, can't tell until they get that dynamic. I can answer because when I have a power dynamic over someone, I'm not sure if it's because the way that I was raised, or yes, I think it's that, and also think it's the thing of I try to treat people like I want them to treat me. So I would not flex that unless if I feel like they're taking advantage of me, it's time for them to go. And of course, I say it would be hard for me to just physically kick a woman out. Now, if she leaves, maybe I would change the locks. Okay, maybe I would notify the police if I feel like I'm in some kind of danger, like she might put a sharp utensil into me or something. But otherwise, no. And also, I have to look at, I generally don't pick a woman that would go that far to the left, even though, once again, the woman that I took vows with, she could be pretty bad, but at least it never came down to weapons being used. But as far as being verbally abusive, toxic, that type of stuff. And some people say, well, you stayed in there that long. Well, I stayed in there that long because And of course, it was some things that I believe I did do that betrayed her trust, but she also did things that betrayed my trust. So I think probably the best thing I should have did was I should have left that situation a long time ago once I saw it was decaying. But I know for me, sometimes it's hard to cut the cord. So that's basically my question. Do some women like this? And I do believe they do. They just won't say it because I guess it makes them look bad or something. It shouldn't have to be a thing of, in order for me to be the man or be respected in the relationship, that I have to behave out of character in order for her to act right. Because again, there's some women that a guy can be talking to them like that, and they will be like, how high? They will similar how that woman reacted to Mr. Let Go. I guess some women need men like that. And fine, if that's what they want, then fine. But I do think when you're trying to shame men, that's out of character for them, that's how they should be allowed to go the path of least resistance. That's all that I'm saying. So women out there, if you like that toxic shit, then you should be honest with yourself and you should stay over there. Men, if you don't want to have to be out of character, I'm not saying be a pushover. You definitely have to stand your ground and say something. But if you have to become this monster in order for her to respect you, when things go south and the relationship falls apart, that she can just point to you and say, oh, see how he is? He is abuser. He's a narcissist. That type of stuff right there, then you're just setting yourself up to be the villain in her story. And that's basically it. Give me a like and subscribe and have a good night.
No, you are rushing me to the point of where I got sick. You good because of you. I hate you. You're a loser. You're a loser.
First of all, we all know that this would have been a very different scene if it was a man yelling at a woman like this. It is absolutely not okay. And the most obvious, biggest red flag of this woman is the lack of emotional control. This is why men today will absolutely first pick that woman that is cute but has some emotional intelligence versus the woman that is beautiful but crazy. I would even stand to argue that a lot of men are suspicious of beautiful women because they just assume that she might be a little bit crazy.